Welcome to Defeating Type 2 Diabetes Worldwide, the podcast where hope meets action and transformation becomes reality. Type 2 diabetes is the world's most common non-communicable disease, affecting millions of people across the globe. But here's what matters most: it can be defeated. Each week, I'll share practical steps, proven science, and inspiring real-life stories showing how lifestyle changes can manage, reverse, and even defeat type 2 diabetes. Whether you call it managed, reversed, cured, or defeated, the result is the same: freedom. If you're ready to ask honest questions, discover real answers, and learn how small changes create powerful results, you're in exactly the right place. I'm Rick Mystrom, and I'll be your host for this episode of Defeating Type 2 Diabetes Worldwide. When I was first diagnosed with type 1 diabetes as a 20-year-old athlete, I thought my life as I knew it was over. That was more than 60 years ago. The fear, the confusion, the worry about what comes next, and the sense that everything had suddenly changed dominated my mind. But what felt like the end really became the beginning of a long, healthy, happy, productive, learning and giving life. I've been blessed to live a full life with type 1 diabetes, serving as Anchorage's mayor, working with leaders around the world, raising a family, writing books, and staying active in my community. None of that would have been possible if I hadn't learned how to control diabetes, instead of letting it control me. Over the years, I've come to believe something simple but powerful: if I can do it, others can too. And that's what inspired Defeating Type 2 Diabetes Worldwide. Why type 2 diabetes since I'm a type 1? First of all, type 2 is epidemic. Over 30 million people in the US have been diagnosed with type 2, and another estimated 20 million are borderline type 2s. Second, type 2 is reversible. It's not difficult, but it does require a basic knowledge of how different foods and drinks impact blood glucose. Finally, a type 2 or borderline diagnosis can be either a precursor to a shorter, unhealthy life, facing early heart problems, circulatory problems, kidney failure, vision problems, or foot problems, or it can be an opportunity for a longer, healthier, happier life. It's your choice. If you choose the latter, I can and will help you. I've tested the impact of hundreds of foods, thousands of times in fact, over 95,000 times. I've charted, graphed, and analyzed these results and shared them in many speeches in California, Washington, and my home state of Alaska. From these speeches, I've received hundreds of comments of success and gratitude. 3 of the 4 books I've written also deal with the same information and get grateful comments from former type 2 diabetics and glowing comments from doctors and nurses. Now I want to reach everyone who chooses to live a longer, healthier life. This isn't just a health campaign, it's a movement built on hope, knowledge, and connection. Around the world, millions live with type 2 diabetes, and millions more are at risk. Many feel overwhelmed by what they hear: blood sugar, insulin resistance, carb counting, medication, complications. It can sound like a foreign language. But behind every diagnosis is a person, a parent, a grandparent, a child trying to live a normal, healthy life. Our campaign exists to reach those people. We want to show that controlling blood sugar doesn't have to mean giving up joy, flavor, or life's pleasures. It means understanding how food works, how choices compound, and how small changes can lead to enormous results. Through my book, Your Type 2 Diabetes Lifeline, I've tried to translate decades of learning into something practical, sustainable, and real. But books alone can't change the world. People can. That's why this campaign isn't about me, it's about us. Think of it as a table. Around it sit people from every walk of life, some newly diagnosed, some living with diabetes for years, some who've lost loved ones, and others simply trying to help. At that table, we share stories, meals, and strategies. We celebrate victories: a lower A1C, a walk after dinner, a week without soda. These moments matter because they're real. Defeating type 2 diabetes worldwide won't happen through slogans. It will happen when enough people understand that the key to controlling diabetes lies in what we eat and how we live, and that those changes are within reach for anyone willing to start. Our approach is grounded in education and empowerment. We focus on teaching people how to control their blood sugar naturally, how to eat foods they love in ways that love them back, and how to build habits that last. It's not a diet, it's a way of living well. Because type 2 diabetes is no longer a local or national issue, it's global. Every continent faces rising numbers, younger patients, and growing costs. Families are suffering not because they lack willpower, but because they lack knowledge and support. If we can connect people who have found success with those still struggling, we can create a ripple effect of hope that reaches across borders. When one person shares how they reversed their insulin dependence or avoided complications through simple food changes, someone else listens. Then they try. Then they succeed. And suddenly, one small victory becomes part of a bigger movement, national or even global. Living with diabetes has taught me humility and gratitude. It's taught me to listen to my body and to the wisdom of others. But most importantly, it's shown me that life isn't defined by diagnosis, it's defined by what we do with it. I've met countless people who've taken control of their diabetes and found renewed joy in living. Some began by reading one of my books. Others joined our discussions online. A few sent letters describing their progress. One man in Texas who dropped his A1C from 9 to 5.8, a woman in Canada who said she finally stopped feeling afraid every morning, a couple in Florida who started walking together after dinner and said it saved both their health and their marriage. These aren't statistics, they're people. They remind me daily why this work matters. If you've ever felt alone in your struggle with diabetes, or if you have a loved one who needs encouragement, I invite you to join our online community, Defeating Type 2 Diabetes Worldwide Facebook group. There, you'll find a welcoming space filled with people who understand, who share recipes and victories, who encourage each other when the journey feels long. You'll also find resources, videos, and insights that help make sense of this complicated disease in simple human terms. We're building a movement of people who believe in living better, not just longer. A movement where education replaces fear and where shared success replaces silent struggle. Our vision is bold but achievable: to defeat type 2 diabetes worldwide. Not by waiting for a miracle drug or a new discovery, but by spreading practical knowledge and hope. Imagine a world where fewer people face blindness, kidney failure, or amputations caused by uncontrolled diabetes. A world where communities learn from each other, share their stories, and celebrate healing. A world where children grow up understanding how food fuels health instead of harming it. It starts with one person, one decision, one shared story. I often tell people that diabetes doesn't take your life, it just asks you to live it differently. But how we live differently is up to us. This campaign is my way of giving back, of helping others find the freedom and joy I've been fortunate to experience despite diabetes. It's about reclaiming control, choosing health, and offering hope. So wherever you are, whatever your story, know this: you are not alone. Together, we can defeat type 2 diabetes, not just in our homes and communities, but around the world. Join us at the Defeating Type 2 Diabetes Worldwide Facebook group. Let's learn live and share our victories, one meal, one step, one story at a time. That's our show for today. We hope something you heard here sparked a thought, answered a question, or gave you the push you needed to take that next step. Until next time, keep taking care of yourself. Keep asking questions. Keep moving forward. The fight continues, and we're winning. I'm Rick Mystrom, and you've been listening to Defeating Type 2 Diabetes Worldwide.